A bucket in my house could travel through time. I threw expired snacks into it, and they appeared 1,000 years ago in the medieval era. The soldiers thought the food was sent by God. I kept dumping noodles. They kept praying. One day they prayed for water. I accidentally sprayed my hose into the bucket. Modern water flooded their camp. Then a letter appeared in my house. That's when I realized the bucket was a time portal. I decided to help them. I sent modern tools, and they crushed their enemies who had never seen electricity. When thousands attacked, they prayed for a flood. At the same moment, a real flood hit my area. I moved the bucket outside. The flood vanished from my world and ended the war in theirs. They still believe I am their God. Why is she standing in the rain? I was enjoying my day when I noticed a rich girl dressed in expensive clothes, standing alone and looking for something. People quickly approached her. Are you lost? Do you need help? Soon a woman appeared, thanked everyone, and left with the girl. But 20 minutes later, something shocking happened. A little girl appeared, dressed in old, dirty clothes. People just walked past her. Even when she cried and begged for help, they shouted, "Go away!" I couldn't stay silent. I went to her. "Where are your parents?" I asked. Through tears, she whispered, "I am hungry." I took her hand and went to a restaurant to buy her food. Then, suddenly, the same woman who took the rich girl appeared. I was confused. She looked at me and said, "Why did you help her?" I smiled and replied, "Because we are all human. We need to help each other." Her eyes filled with tears. She handed me $1,000 and said, "This was a social experiment, and you are proof that humanity still exists." "This is my new lover," Claire said coldly. "I brought him here for you to meet." Robert forced a small smile. "Nice to meet you," he said quietly. Claire rolled her eyes. "Don't act polite, Robert. He's moving into this house, and you're moving out." Robert looked around the room. Everything he had built. "If that's what you want, I'll leave." David laughed and pulled Claire close. "Wow, your husband is really weak." A few words and he walks away like a dog. Claire smiled cruelly. "From today, David runs this house. You're leaving with nothing. Only the clothes you're wearing." Robert picked up his bag. "Fine," he said calmly. "But in 5 days, I'll come back." Claire burst out laughing. "Don't be stupid, Robert. You're gone forever." She walked closer and sneered. "The deal was simple. You paid all the bills. I paid the farm rent. For 5 years, I paid $5,000 every month. This house belongs to me." David laughed louder. "He's too dumb to understand. He'll keep paying rent while we live here like kings." Robert paused, then he turned back. "Claire, let me tell you something. This farm is mine." Her smile vanished. "I bought it 5 years ago in my mother's name. When we first moved here, you weren't paying rent. You were paying the installments for my property." David stepped back. Claire whispered, "No. And one more thing," Robert added quietly. "I finished paying the full amount 2 years ago. So for the last 2 years, every dollar you sent has been sitting safely in my bank account." Robert walked out, leaving them both speechless. If you love stories with shocking endings, like, share, and follow. The truth always comes out. A tiny fish lived deep in the ocean. Every day, he fixed a broken airplane underwater, tightening its screws with care. His dream was simple. One day, this plane would fly, and he would see the sky. One day, a miracle happened. A real airplane crashed straight from the sky into the sea. The female pilot survived, but her plane was destroyed. While repairing it, her screwdriver fell into the water. Suddenly, the little fish appeared and returned it. The girl froze. Someone was helping her. Then the worst happened. An important screw broke. Exhausted and hopeless, she threw it away and gave up. But the little fish didn't. He brought a new screw, exactly the same. The girl understood. This tiny fish believed in her, and in the dream. Together, they fixed the plane. The fish swam away quietly, thinking he would never see the sky. But when the plane was ready, the girl looked into the ocean and called out. The fish rushed back. She gently placed him in a bottle and took him into the sky. God never ignores pure hearts and true dreams. If you believe in miracles, comment Amen. Like this video, subscribe for more emotional stories, and leave a for your mother in the comments. Those prisoners mocked me for believing in God. I was in jail, and the other prisoners hated me for my faith. Every day they laughed and said, "Why won't your God get you out?" One day the guard came to my cell screaming, "You think your God is so powerful? Let's see him save you now." He dragged me into a dark room, chained my hands and legs. The room was full of venomous snakes and rats. No one ever came out alive. As the door closed, the prisoners laughed. "God won't save you now." I felt terrified, almost unable to breathe. Then I prayed, "God, please help me. I trust you." Suddenly the room became quiet. An angel appeared before me. He clapped his hands, and the snakes and rats froze. I thanked God all night. None of them came near me. The next morning, the guard opened the door, crying and falling to his knees. "Forgive me," he begged. Then he screamed, "All the prisoners who mocked you were found dead this morning." I shouted, "This is why you should never mock God." If you believe in God's power, type Amen in the comments. Like this video to inspire faith. Subscribe for more miraculous and heart-touching stories. They did something horrible to my dog. I had no family in this world. All I had was my dog, and I loved him with all my heart. He wasn't just a pet. He was my best friend. We lived a simple, happy life, until the day I was drafted to war. Before I left, I hugged him tightly and whispered, "We'll see each other again, my friend. I promise." Even though deep down, I knew I might never return. With tears in my eyes, I tied him to a metal pole at the train station, got on the train, and left him behind. Days later, during the war, I entered a building. Suddenly, bombs began falling from the sky. In 1 second, I was thrown to the ground, screaming in pain. As everything went dark, memories of me and my dog flashed before my eyes. I cried out, "No, I promised I wouldn't leave him." I tried to stand, but an enemy soldier fired, and everything went silent. When I opened my eyes, I was in heaven. I looked down and saw my dog lying alone at the train station. Tears filled my eyes as I whispered, "Why would they do that to my best friend?" Then I heard barking. I turned around, and there he was. My dog was in heaven with me. I hugged him tightly and cried, "My friend, you found me." No matter what happens, true friends always find their way back to each other. If you believe this, comment Amen. Like this video if you love animals. Subscribe for more emotional stories. Share this with someone who believes in true friendship. I moved into a new home with beautiful apple trees in front of it. One morning I woke up and saw my front yard covered in garbage. I was shocked and confused. I cleaned everything and went to work. The next morning it happened again. This time I saw who did it. It was my neighbor. I was angry and hurt. I wanted to confront him, but he was already gone. So I cleaned the yard again. The following morning I looked outside and saw a large bucket full of trash dumped in my yard. I was furious. But then I paused and chose a different path. I cleaned the trash, washed the bucket, and filled it with fresh apples from my tree. I walked to my neighbor's house and knocked on the door. When he opened it, I handed him the bucket and said, "We share what we are full of. You gave trash, I choose to give goodness." If you believe kindness is stronger than hate, comment Amen. Like this video, and subscribe for more powerful life lessons. I caught my teacher doing something I'll never forget. I walked into class early and saw her crying alone. Her eyes were red. But when the bell rang, she wiped her tears and smiled like nothing happened. We thought she was just a strict teacher who didn't care. Then I saw her desk. A photo of a little boy, and 2 words underneath. Missing child. My heart stopped. Her son was missing and she was hiding her pain every single day. The next morning, when she walked into class, we all stood up. One by one, we hugged her. Notes, flowers, tears, and together we said, "We love you, teacher. Be kind. You never know someone's pain." Comment Amen if this touched your heart. Like to spread kindness. Subscribe for more stories that change hearts. I walked into class early and saw my teacher crying alone. Her face was red, but when the bell rang, she wiped her tears and smiled like nothing happened. All the students laughed at her, talked during lessons, and ignored her. Everyone thought she was just strict and no one liked her. Later, I peeked at her desk. There was a photo of a young boy taped to it. Underneath, it said, "Missing child." My heart sank. Her son had been missing, and she had been holding all that pain alone. The next morning, I told the class what I saw. Suddenly, everyone felt ashamed. When she walked in, instead of ignoring her, the whole class stood up. One by one, we hugged her. Some gave small notes, some gave flowers. "We all love you, teacher." Drop a if you agree. Comment Amen, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more inspiring stories. I'll never forget what I saw that day. I walked into class early and saw my teacher crying. Her eyes were red, her shoulders shaking. But the moment the bell rang, she wiped her tears, smiled, and acted like nothing happened. Students laughed, talked, ignored her. We thought she was just strict. Then I saw her desk. A small photo of a little boy. Under it, 2 words, "Missing child." My heart stopped. Every day, hiding this pain, smiling through it, teaching us. The next morning, I told the class. When she walked in, we all stood. One by one, we hugged her, left notes, told her, "We love you, teacher. Be kind. You never know who's hurting behind that smile."